Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. My boy Eric's behind the camera today. He's also going to be tag teaming as my partner in today's tournament. So it's a friendly get-together here on Burke Lake, which Billy and I were out here yesterday. We had a pretty fun day. We were only throwing big baits, so we didn't have a huge number of catches, but we did get a few fish. We saw a bunch of huge fish blowing up, and we're fishing against, I think, 2 or 3 other boats. Just, again, friendly get-together, but fish until noon, 6:45 now. Gonna rig up some topwaters and hopefully get on a little topwater action this morning. What do you think, Eric?
I'm thinking we're gonna do it.
I like it. Let's go.
Almost a backlash to start the day off.
That's good luck.
Oh, that's great luck. Oh, baby, already.
Are you kidding me?
Tiny.
Hey, jerkbait.
Jerkbait, baby.
First cast, backlash, and a fish. Love it. I'm still trying to put a topwater on. Eric's catching them back there.
I don't think he'll keep, but.
I think that this is going to wreck. All right, starting the day off with a Guggen Squad and Catch Co. Hound. Topwater walking bait. We'll see what happens. Oh, forgot that was on 10. We're gonna do a quick bait mod with this hound. I'm actually gonna take that front hook off. I really do like the bait. I love the color schemes with them. I think it walks perfect, but this front hook is just too close to the front of the mouth and it gets hooked on the line a bunch, and you guys are probably going to say it's because I'm using braid, which definitely could be part of the problem, but I still think that front hook is just too close to the line tie, so I'm just going to take this front hook off. Oh yeah. All right, let's see how this works. Kind of like the crankbait idea. Might
I think it's gonna be.
throw a little square bill. Why not? Oh, or not. Bye.
Has gone.
I guess it was wrapped around the tip a little bit. Dude, I sent that thing so high into the trees.
Yeah, no one will ever find that.
That's an ornament. Didn't see you there. 7:42. We got one small fish Eric caught on his first cast. We fished through a lot of the areas that Billy and I fished yesterday, and we were seeing a ton of shad and a ton of big fish, and we did mark quite a few fish. They're deeper in the water column. I mean, they were sitting actually pretty close to the bottom, maybe like a foot or 2 off. I had one bite on an underspin, and I think that about covers what we've done so far. So, I mean, we've been out for like an hour and a half. Decided to come up lake away from the deeper water. I want to get into some grass and see if we can catch some fish that are kind of hanging around the edges or in the holes. Try that for a little bit, and as the sun comes up and it gets a little warmer, we'll go back down and fish some deeper water, unless we get on a sweet grass bite. Have to wait and see. She's loaded, boys. She's loaded. I don't know, there's a lot of bait in the mix, but it looks like there's some bigger fish on the graph too. On the side imaging, you can kind of see them here. It's a bigger fish. Come over here, come on. There's some bigger fish in the mix, but I mean, definitely a lot of bait. And they are not on the bottom, so they might be eaten. P.S. Tip of the day. When you're trying to get your line onto your rod, don't forget to run it through the level wind.
We got a little bit of time.
I get up on this grass line and just throw this drop shot at it. Yeah, we still got 2 hours. It's plenty. They're gonna start feeding here soon. Putting the feed bags on.
Trees coming off our back left.
Is there a fish on here? That should have been on the bottom.
Oh.
Did I say 10-incher?
Oh, I'm gonna film it.
Go for it. Oh, baby. Well,
This is
I'm pretty sure I called this fish. He's a chunky guy. Oh, he's pooping on me. Drop shot. Just throwing it on the edge of the grass. First fish of the day. I mean, that's pretty close. Didn't I just say 10 incher? We're gonna need him a bit bigger than that. There's so many fish here yesterday. Where could they have possibly gone?
Up late.
Yeah, they all just said, skirt, we're leaving.
Later.
That's without the battery in it. The battery in it. Oh, there we go.
Good one.
Honestly, feels like a catfish. Oh no, it's a bass. I think it's our first keeper of the day. I don't know, he might not cut it. Yeah! God, these fish are fat from all the shad they're eating right now. I'm throwing the Morning Dawn drop shot, or Morning Dawn Robo Worm on a drop shot. We've literally thrown everything today. I'm not even going to put him in the well. He's like 12 inches. We need him a little bit bigger, but it's the first decent fish. It gives us some hope. Feels good. I think most of those were about this size. Weightless fluke. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh God, that was so freaking sick. I thought I saw him behind it and I just like went crazy with the fluke and just started popping as fast as I could and paused it and it just disappeared. I think that's like the 6th fish I've caught today. All about this size and maybe a little bit smaller too, but the tournament didn't go as planned. We actually just, I don't even think anybody ended up weighing any fish. It was just a chill fish and get together. But we were fishing on this point here with a ton of grass on it and throwing weightless flukes now, just working it really, really quick. There's a bunch of schooling fish coming up behind it, smoking it. It's so much fun to throw. I'm throwing this on a 4/0 EWG and on my spinning setup. So 10-pound braid to, or sorry, 20-pound braid to a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. They're eating. We need a big one. That's what we need.
Right, guys, you'll dump.
Nice. Oh yeah, solid.
Oh, acrobatic.
It's a decent one.
Yeah, not
Biggest
bad.
fish of the day, I think.
I think it might be.
2.
Yeah, it might
close.
be generous. It might be 1.5. Oh, he's
So
bad.
fat. Look how full they are, man.
So
Crazy. Nice catch. You
Thank
jacked him.
absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Smoke.
Yeah, there's a lot of fish right there. Good work.
Bad.
Chunk. Chunky boy.
Oh man, freaking! I love a fluke bite. It is so much fun.
It is definitely fun.
You see the shadow face?
Trying to intercept this shad here. Come on. Oh, he's still right here. He's still right here. He's like locked in on that one shad. I don't know if that was a smaller fish or a bigger fish, but he wasn't coming up for it. He was just chasing him down. So exciting. Oh, he's still there. All right, so starting to wrap up the day a little bit, but something that we noticed that's pretty interesting here. Earlier at noon, we came over to the point where John and Mike were, and fish were just blowing up all over this thing. Every like 2 minutes there was a huge school of shad getting blown up on. Big fish coming out of the water, just going crazy. We fished here for probably, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. There was a few other kayaks around as well fishing and another boat, and everyone kind of cleared off the point, and it's been dead for like the last 30 minutes or so. We had one moment where fish came up in school, and they were kind of in 10-minute intervals, and now it's completely gone. It's really strange, but it's something to think about. So I really truly think if there were more boats out here kind of circling around, moving the bait fish, getting the bass fired up, we'd be catching a little bit more. But you know, normally you think you want to have a spot to yourself, keep it quiet. That's the best way that you're going to catch fish, but today we kind of experienced something completely different. I've never really thought about it like that. It's pretty sweet. But we're going to wait a little bit longer, maybe fish another 15 minutes or so, see if we can see any more of these schooling fish, and hopefully pin a couple more. Dude, just hang on. I'm gonna just do, for real, I'm gonna like circle around this point a couple times. Yeah, I want to corral the bait. Why not? I'll just do like one big loop. Are you kidding me? That's sick. Oh, that's a decent one.
Absolutely hammered it.
I heard it. That was awesome.
So we're back on the board with another fish. We actually just did circles with the trolling motor because we were just talking about, like Matt was just talking to you guys about how, you know, all the boats left and the bait just kind of left. We got it all fired back up again with running around with the trolling motor. So paid off, paid off. Maybe give that a try next time.
Nice. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna come in behind you.
Yep. Try to get his buddies.
Yep. Nice fish. Good work.
Yeah,
Pull on the boat.
Fighting hard.
Yeah. They're angry. They're fired up. Oh, I just had one.
Oh, that's not bad.
What a chunk.
That's not bad at all.
What a chunk. That's crazy. I got bit on that same line.
Yeah.
Probably a few of them out there. Fluke! My man, that was awesome.
I got him out.
Good save. We're definitely looking a little bit lower in the column when I see him.
Oh, right behind your bait.
Oh my God, why?
It literally, that was you. It got you.
Yeah, it did. It's funny you said that. I like reeled down to it and I was like, oh, okay. That was like a really long pause.
I'm surprised that hadn't happened.
Oh, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
Oh,
that's a big fish.
That's
a big fish, dude.
Uh-oh. We could get ourselves into a...
He didn't have it. He like just nipped it. That was like
a 4 or a 5.
That was probably 4. Probably 4. I don't know, maybe 5. It had really big shoulders, dude.
Yeah, she was rough.
Dang it. That was on a super long pause. I like popped it, and then stopped for a second. Did you see that one back there? That was so weird. Okay. Let's go. Fun day. Very successful day. Turned out to be successful. The first half was like so ridiculously tough. We were sitting on top of fish and like literally bringing our baits right by fish's faces all morning. And we only managed to catch 4 drop shots and 1 on a jerk bait. But after that, we ended up on this point again after running into our friends John, Matt, Chad, and Mike, and they were throwing flukes, topwaters, all that good stuff over top of this point, and they rolled out. We stuck here for a little bit longer and ended up having a pretty decent day with the old weightless fluke. That's something, if you are seeing schooling fish like this and fishing around grass, that you should definitely tie on and try. I mean, it's super versatile. You can fish it like super fast on the top, basically like a topwater. You can fish it slow, almost like a weightless Senko, but you're popping it and working it a little bit quicker. It's an awesome bait. Super simple to fish too. Also, if you guys are wondering why I switched it up, I got a bad wind knot in that reel. It's only 20-pound braid, or actually I think it's 10-pound braid. Super thin, so it's been getting a lot of wind knots lately. So if you guys have any tips for that, please let me know in the comment section below. But that's where we're gonna leave you off. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next one.